In the year 70 AD, the world witnessed a tragedy so devastating that ancient writers struggled to capture it. A holy city set ablaze, families torn apart, and an empire determined to crush rebellion once and for all. This is the story of the fall of Jerusalem, a story of prophecy, politics, war, and faith. Long before the first Roman soldier appeared on the horizon, tension had been building. Judea lived under Roman rule, but the relationship was strained. Heavy taxes weighed down the people. Roman governors often acted with disrespect towards sacred Jewish traditions, and the presence of pagan symbols in the land only deepened resentment. The Jewish people were divided on how to respond. The Pharisees dedicated themselves to the law. The Sadducees cooperated with Rome in hopes of keeping peace. The Essenes withdrew into the desert seeking purity, and the Zealots, burning with passion for freedom, were ready for war. In 66 AD, everything erupted. When Roman officials seized funds from the temple treasury, outrage swept through Jerusalem. Rebels rose up, overpowered the Roman garrison, and for a brief moment, Judea tasted independence. But the cost of defying the Roman Empire was far greater than they imagined. In Rome, Emperor Nero reacted with fury. He sent one of his most capable generals, Vespasian, to crush the revolt. Vespasian moved steadily across Galilee and Judea, conquering towns and strongholds one by one. But Rome soon fell into chaos. Nero died, followed by a rapid succession of emperors. During this political storm, Vespasian was proclaimed emperor and returned to Rome. The task of taking Jerusalem was placed in the hands of his son, Titus. As Titus approached Jerusalem in 70 AD, he found a city already weakened, not by Rome, but by its own people. Jewish factions inside the city were at war with each other, burning grain stores and fighting for control. Instead of uniting against their greatest threat, Jerusalem was tearing itself apart. Passover season had brought thousands of pilgrims into the city, and soon they found themselves trapped inside the walls with nowhere to escape. Titus surrounded the city with 4 powerful Roman legions, tens of thousands of disciplined soldiers. They built siege ramps, launched massive stones with catapults, and battered the walls relentlessly. Inside the city, famine spread with terrifying speed. With food stores destroyed by the internal fighting, starvation reached unimaginable levels. Entire families collapsed from hunger. People searched desperately for scraps. Disease followed, and death became a constant presence. After weeks of pressure, the Romans broke through the first wall, then the second, and finally advanced toward the Antonia fortress, the gateway to the temple area. Every street became a battlefield. Houses were turned into fortresses. Resistance fighters fought fiercely, but the Romans continued their advance. Then came the moment that changed history. During the fighting near the temple, a fire broke out. Some said a Roman soldier threw a torch. Others believed the flames spread accidentally in the chaos. Whatever the cause, the result was the same. The temple, Jerusalem's heart and spiritual center, caught fire. Panic swept through the city. Priests attempted to save sacred objects. Families screamed as the flames roared higher. The heat grew so intense that stones cracked and gold melted into the gaps between them. Some accounts claim Titus wished to save the temple, but his soldiers, enraged and uncontrollable in the chaos, destroyed everything in their path. The temple burned to the ground, its courts, its colonnades, the holy place, all reduced to ashes. With it, an entire era of worship ended. For the early Christians, the destruction brought to mind words spoken decades earlier. The days will come when not one stone will be left upon another. As the temple collapsed, many saw those words fulfilled. When the temple fell, resistance fell with it. Roman forces tore through the city, capturing survivors and destroying buildings. By September of 70 AD, Jerusalem was a landscape of ashes and ruins. Thousands were killed. Many were enslaved and transported across the empire. Others were taken to Rome itself, where relief carvings on the Arch of Titus still show Roman soldiers carrying the sacred treasures of the temple, the golden menorah, the trumpets, and other holy objects. The aftermath reshaped the religious world. Without the temple, Judaism turned towards synagogues, scripture, and community-led worship. Rabbinic leadership grew, and the focus of faith shifted from sacrifice to study. For Christians, the destruction scattered believers across new regions, accelerating the spread of the gospel into Africa, Asia, and Europe. The fall of Jerusalem was more than a military defeat. It was a turning point in history, a moment that transformed nations, traditions, and the future of millions. Even today, its echoes continue to shape religious identity, historical memory, and the understanding of faith itself.